The disappearing of 83 migrants from Latvia-Belarus border raises serious questions about the way of work of Latvian border guards. Previously, a group of 83 migrants has been stuck at no man's land between Latvian and Belarus border. Latvian border guards do not let these migrants enter Latvian territory. They are standing in a row in front of them and preventing them of entering the Latvian territory without valid visa. Even though these migrants have Belarusian travel visa and have arrived at this no man's land via Belarusian territory, they are not allowed to re-enter Belarus. Belarusian guards were standing at the Belarusian side of no man's land and preventing the migrants from re-entering Belarusian territory. This was going on for several days. At 24th of August, the United Nations Refugee Agency was planning to send a delegation to this group, which contained 83 migrants. But this group disappeared during the night from 23rd to 24th of August. No one could say where did they go or what did happen to them. For multiple days, no Latvian official was able to tell where did they go or what did happen to them. On one hand, you could think that maybe nobody was next to this group from Latvian state, like no border guard or no paramilitary or anyone, and that they simply didn't saw where they go. That could be possible, but if that would have happened, then this group would have simply entered Latvian territory, because their initial intention was to enter Latvia. And only because of border guards they were not able to do that. So obviously, if no border guards would be standing next to the border, then they would simply just enter Latvian territory. But this hasn't happened, because at the evening of 26th of August, news showed up that these migrants have re-entered Belarus. Apparently, Belarus didn't want to look bad in front of the United Nations Refugee Agency and decided to let these 83 people just to re-enter the Belarusian territory. This, however, does not explain why it took Latvian state more than 2 days to find out that they have re-entered Belarusian territory. Also, when the news was announced that they have re-entered Belarus, the Ministry of Interior did not specify where this information came from. what was the source of this information. It's really a quite strange occurrence that the border guards are not communicating properly inside of their structures. If all the processes would have worked properly, then already at the 24th of August, before even the United Nations Refugee Agency delegation went to that group, border guards should have contacted the Ministry of Interior that the group has re-entered Belarus, that the Belarusian border guards have allowed them to re-enter. Because obviously some Latvian border guards were standing next to this group until the last minute. Obviously, some Latvian border guards must have seen how these migrants re-enter Belarus, but somehow they failed to communicate with their superiors. Somewhere on the chain of communication, the information got lost. Such an incident does not create a positive picture about Latvian border guards. This incident is not acceptable and there must be an investigation. Why, for more than 2 days, no Latvian official knew what happened to these 83 migrants, despite the obvious presumption that some Latvian border guards were standing next to this group until the last moment. Someone was standing next to them when they entered Belarus, and that somebody should have told superiors, but somehow this information was lost on the way to the superiors. Thank you so much for watching.